searing pain deep inside my soul, lost inside this darkness that I cannot control. So held back by this fire inside my beating heart, what else can I do? When my world falls apart, in this place I drown in my tears, my fears, my God, what have I done? In this place away, in the pain, no gain, nothing touched, nothing won, but I had my fun. You say I don't see it, maybe I just need new eyes, because the hardest thing to see is when you need to say goodbye. Waiting here, and I cannot go home until I find my demons wherever they may roam. Something deep inside, like stealing your regrets. Drowning is the easy part if they haven't got you yet. When my world falls apart, in this place I drown in my tears, my fears, my God, what have I done? In this place away, in the pain, no gain, nothing touched, nothing won, but I had my fun. You say I don't see it, maybe I just need new eyes, because the hardest thing to see is when you need to say goodbye.
Compile shadows of the past, they cling, they chase, like a ghost in the frame you can't erase. Echoes of yesterday, they won't let her go. She's not the same, they don't wanna know. She's coming higher, but they pull her down slow. Echoes of yesterday, louder than they should grow. Every upload, a crack in her skin, fighting battles they won't let her win. Change their colors, but they see black and white. She's in the ring alone, swinging for the light. Why can't they see? Why can't they see the woman she's trying to be? Echoes of yesterday, they won't let her go. She's not the same, but they don't wanna know. She's coming higher, but they pull it down slow. Echoes of yesterday, louder than they should grow. Why can't they see? Why can't they see the woman she's trying to be? Every upload, a crack in her skin, fighting battles they won't let her win. Change their colors, but they see black and white. She's in the ring alone, swinging for the light. Why can't they see? Why can't they see the woman she's trying to be? Echoes of yesterday, they won't let her go. She's not the same, they don't wanna know. She's coming higher, but they pull her down slow. Echoes of yesterday, louder than they should stones from the glass thrones. She's building castles from broken bones. Every scar, a story untold. She's a phoenix rising, wings of gold. Echoes of yesterday. They won't.
Hey guys, I'm not going to be on long because I really have a headache, but I have like a weird type of headache. It's not like a normal headache that just hurts. It's like this, in the side of my head, it just like not even pounds. It's just like something's there every 10 minutes. It's very weird. So it could be my ear. I didn't even think of that. It really could be my ear. But yeah, so I'm not going to be talking loud. I'm going to be talking on the quiet side. So let me say hi to everyone. Step Denise, Sweet Sativa, Rock Jam, Tony, Seclusion, Natalie, Bentree, Kristen, Tony Fire. I know some up here. Sound Sus, Seclusion, Amber, Sly Angel, Rock Jam, Sweet Misery. Sorry if I missed anyone. Seclusion. I slept, I don't know, 5 hours. No, 4, 5. I slept like 6 hours last night. I think what happened though, hey Angela, I think I fell asleep with my headphones on. And that might have contributed to it. But yeah, it's pretty bad. It doesn't matter if I drink. I thought maybe it was coffee. Maybe it was, I don't know. So let's just get right into this. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. All right. So last night it was like, I don't know, 4 o'clock in the morning or 3. No, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. I happened to catch Brittany. Now, I want you guys to understand something about me. I've been through this before. This does not shock me. Where now all of a sudden all my haters are coming out and they're posting this and posting. Brittany should learn from me. I don't watch it. So I don't give a fuck what they say. I heard one today on Queen Bee. I am going to address though. But I heard Brittany say last night that, oh, and I think Laura, she must have a problem, this MB person. No, I haven't talked to MB in about 4 years, and I don't plan on it. I walked away from people for a reason, and now whatever they do or say, I just ignore them. Maybe it's a special talent I have. Kind of leaves me not being able to watch anybody. Because if they're all fucking talking, I don't want to hear what they got to say. But I see haters in Brittany's chat. It's fucking comical to me. I'm sorry, but it's comical. So one thing that I do want to address, and I debated even addressing this, but I'm going to. So Queen Bee, for some reason, I guess is very insecure about me or afraid that her people are going to like me or something. I don't know, but she's pulling out all the stops. She played a video today that I don't know if any of you guys heard, but for anyone on replay that heard it, it was something I said, I want to say 2019, maybe. But it goes back to why context means everything. So I said something pretty vile that I probably shouldn't have said. But the context of why I said it changes the entire fucking dynamic. But she didn't play that. And the person that clipped it didn't play that. And the person that clipped it never explained the story of why I said it. So I'm going to explain the context on it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're about to find out. Queen Bee played a clip where I said to somebody something along the lines of, screw that fucking, and you could tell I was pissed. fuck that fucking cunt. I don't give a fuck. If she was in front of me, I would smack her and then I would fucking rape her, and how the fuck would she like it? Okay, that sounds absolutely horrible without context. But the context that went with that, of why I was so mad and why I said it, had to do with the fact that I was telling a story about how I was violently date raped when I was younger. And she went around saying how she didn't believe me, and actually told me what a fucking liar I was. Okay, that context matters when you hear what I say. So when I said what I said, there's a reason I said that. Yeah, someone will probably clip that part out. That's exactly what they did, though. And Queen Bee played it. And you have Queen Bee. That is the nastiest thing I ever heard. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Like, really? Have you not heard what comes out of the girl sitting next to you's mouth? Get the fuck out of here. But the point is, you can't take something like that out of context and leave the entire context out of it. So that I thought was really fucked up. So that is why I said what I said. And like I said, should I have said it? Probably not. Was I fucking fuming at the time? Yeah, I was. And it was more, there's more to the context, but that's the gist of it. But when people want to clip you, they seem to forget that. So I just want to put that out there. That's why I said what I said. Why Queen Bee is playing all of this shit, I have no idea. Like, dude, I don't even know why I fucking intimidate you so bad, but get some balls. There's no reason for you to go through all of these old clips that someone sent you, like, here, do this, do that. It's fucking laughable. If I'm so irrelevant, then why am I such a fucking threat to you? It really was fucking the most pathetic thing I ever seen. Because she's done that a couple of times. She's breaking out old clips that people are giving her. She even went back about the which I'm not getting into again, but it's what's it called? The fucking video about Brad and Sage. She went all the way back to that. Like, dude, stop. Just stop. Tony, I said the same thing. Why do you even still have these clips? Like, grow the fuck up. So I just thought it was funny as hell. But I just wanted to address it just in case anyone was like, oh my God, that's fucking horrendous. That's the context. All right, so moving on. When I caught Brittany last night, I only watched probably the last 20 minutes. I was told she did like a 4.5 hour live on me. Dude, I'm not even fucking... I don't even do enough shit to do a 4.5 hour live on me, but okay. But I caught something, and I was going to make a video and upload it. And then I'm like, it's 3:30 in the morning. It's going to take me hours. Forget it. I'll just wait. But it's kind of been sitting at me all day. And why it's been sitting with me is because Brittany lied again. Shocker, I know. But wait, before we even get into that, let me just address something that somebody on Angela Clips and Giggles found. Is that one of the drugs listed is spelled wrong. Now, you have the holier than now community. Hey, Janessa, you have the holier than now community. That's like, oh, of course, Lindsay Lee. Of course, she's the one who says, oh, that happens often. No, actually, it doesn't. Just so you know. I double and triple check this. Because it's a drug test and because it is a government entity and there are very strict rules with the drugs and drug listing and drug names, and they feel, according to what I found out, the reason why it's so important for drugs to be spelled right, could there be an error? Absolutely. A handwritten error. But it's extremely rare, and does not happen often that a drug would be misspelled wrong on a drug test that's not handwritten. You know, it could be like user error if someone's writing it out. That could be user error. But on a government FDA approved drug list or whatever it's called, it is extremely rare for there to be a drug that's typed that's misspelled. I did not catch it because I don't know the drug. People on Angela Clips and Giggles caught it. So then I even Googled it, and Google gave me the same answer, that it is extremely rare. Can it happen? It can. But the Drug Administration or something goes through it, because I guess it seems that if it's misspelled, then the person who it was could fight it, or it could be tampering, or it could be something wrong. Like it's a pretty serious thing. So I found that interesting. Angela, are you still in here? Which one was misspelled? I can go to her post and find it. But a few people said it. It wasn't just one or two. So, and you guys can look it up too, but that was one of those things. Yeah, I tried looking it up too. But do you remember which drug it was that was misspelled or a letter missing? Hold on. Yeah, as far as, so the person texts me, as far as the clear being in a different pen, yeah, I said that too. I said that the other day. Correct. And, oh, it's, what is that? Buprenorphine? And a lot of people caught it. A lot of people saw that it was misspelled. Which I thought that was interesting. So actually, let me go to Angela's post anyway to show you. Hold on. Oh, it's Suboxone? Thank you. Thank you, who knows? Because I'm sitting there like, the fuck is it? I was like, I don't even know what this damn drug is. See, I'm the type of person, I can't take a drug unless I could spell it. I mean, unless I could pronounce it. I won't eat anything I can't pronounce either. Okay, so here's Angela's post. All right. All right, so it's not just a little misspelling, it's a major misspelling, right? Doesn't it have like 2 extra letters? That's kind of major, isn't it? I just think that's pretty major. It's got an extra PH. It's not major? Where are you? I gave it away last night. Why? What happened? I only watched the last, like, literally 20 minutes. He gave it away last night? Why? What happened? Ooh, I missed it. Is there a site to look up one? It is. Yeah, it has 2 pH. One of these pHs shouldn't be there. But now the copy that I got ended right here, so I didn't see these 2. But here's what Angela and her post and her chat was talking about, which I found this really interesting. So Brittany is on maintenance drugs, whatever she's on. It's talking about they were probably testing the levels as far as, oh, okay. I thought you meant that it was fake. So Brittany's test says that it is a 10-panel test. Moon said, hey, sweetie pie. Moon said that these were unchecked because they were going to the lab. But Brittany has not shown if anything is confirmed. She only said that it's a 10-panel test. So here's my thought process. Let me go back to the fake text. Hold on. To the fake test. I call it a fake test. All right. See how it's cut off? So up here it says that it's a 10-panel test. Oh, I agree, Lacey. Right here it says it's a 10-panel test. These are 10 boxes marked negative. That would leave antidepressants, MDMA, and these 2 blank. These other 2 blank. All right? Follow my train of thought here. So if they only did a 10-panel test, like this test says, and all these are 10, these add up to 10, then explain to me why you're hiding the confirmed list. Just curious. Why are you only showing 10, and hiding down here and hiding the confirmed list? Because someone that has nothing to hide would just show the whole thing. Yeah, we covered that the other day. But think about it, though. Just literally think about that for a second. If you're using this as a go me, I'm clean, and you claim this is legit, well, it's a 10-panel test. You have 10 negative, so why not just show the whole thing? Why were you hiding the bottom 2? It's called Bupe. They have it as Blip, I think. Hold on. Yeah, they have it. Is that? Oh, no, it's BUP. There's no E. They just have it as BUP. So that's just the first thing that makes you go, Because seriously, if someone doesn't know drug tests, like I wouldn't know. If someone doesn't know drug tests and they see 10 things checked off negative, I would never think that they're going to test you for the other things. Oh, I agree, Lacey. I wouldn't know. Like, I don't think your mods would know if they're going to test you for something else. That doesn't make sense. Why not just show the whole thing? And for the last couple of days since all this started, all she had to do was just show the real paper. And again, she wouldn't even have to show the drug part of it. Just show the top half. Just show that the top half matches your yellow copy. That's it. Hang on, I just dropped my vape again. I am always dropping this thing. Ugh. Ow! I just banged my fucking head in my desk. Ouch. Ouchie. So, I'm a little confused about why you would hide parts of the test if there's nothing to hide. 10 panel test, 10 things are marked negative. What am I missing here? And again, for the last couple of days, I know, right, Gina? All she had to do was just fucking show the paper. That's all she had to do. Instead of going on for days on end about the drug test, just show the paper. Even I heard Jay say, I don't give a fuck about the drug test anymore. She's just lying about so many other things. Thank you, sweetie pie, which we're going to get into. And for those that are saying, oh, she doesn't owe you anything, you are correct. She doesn't owe anything. But at the same time, if she's not going to show it, then you have no right to go on and on and on for 4 days about somebody who's talking about your drug test. And that's the part that some people are missing. And that's the part that I can't seem to stress enough. Now, I'm not going to address all the things she said about me and all the lies because, honestly, it's fucking laughable and we don't have all day. But these are little things that I'm just pointing out, like literally pointing out. Thank you, Lacey. I was going to get there. People want to know, or her supporters want to know, why am I so invested? Why hasn't she shut the fuck up about me for 4 days? Just curious. I think she did 2 lives already today. I haven't even been online. Does she think, well, actually I shouldn't say does she. She thinks she's going to turn her hate towards me. That's even more laughable. That's not going to happen. And even if it did, you know why it would end real quickly, dumbass? Because I ignore people. If you want to come after me, you better come after me with something good. Don't come after me with shit from fucking 2019 because you get wet by my old videos. I mean, seriously. That's the difference between you and me, Brittany. I don't give a fuck what people say about me. Except in this scenario. And the reason why you aggravate the shit out of me is because I actually had your back blindly. Totally blindly. I had your back. And when I finally saw the light, I actually wanted to help you. And you spun it and spun it and spun it into something that it wasn't, and then categorized me with the likes of people that I wouldn't even fucking break bread with. So, yeah. You just... Am I a hater? No. Do I still want to see you get help? Absolutely. Do I think it's ever going to happen? Probably not. But again, you could have ended this so long ago. Thank you, Tony. You literally could have ended this so fucking long ago, and you chose not to. You chose to... I don't know what you were thinking. I really don't. I honestly have no idea what you were thinking. But it's not going to work in your favor. I see, or I've heard my haters are crawling up in your chat. I'm sorry. That's funny. Why these people even, I'm still on their brain, I have no idea. But these are people that I haven't spoken to in fucking years. I mean, we're not even talking like a couple of months. We're talking years. And, oh, there's a chat about Laura? Let me go in there. It's fucking weird. I don't fuck with crazy. And to me, that's a level of crazy and obsession that I just don't fuck with. So there's that. Now, I don't even know what that looks like on the new one. Oh, there it is. Oh. All right. Several carbon, the white I think was for them to keep and the yellow was hers. Okay. Now, someone brought up another good point, I think, on Angela's post. Angela has a lot of good posts today. But one of the things that I think I read there was that she had said she took 1 drug test or 2 drug tests, and then it switched to 2 drug tests, one that went out and one that she kept. Now, the reason why that stuck with me a little is this. Again, follow me along here. If this was legit, and this was a 10-panel test, and these were 10, what was she sending out? Do you send out, and this is more of a question, do you send out the same test that you already have a 10-panel test on? That doesn't make sense. Because wouldn't they do a 14-panel test? And it says initial screen results. If it was an instant test, would that even be on there? So I go back to my comment. This is 2 different pages. This is 2 things put together. I really believe that. I think this is a totally different paper than this. I don't believe it's the same yellow copy. I don't see a line anywhere, but like I said, even this gray is different than this gray. All these 3 grays are the same, and then that one's different. And this lettering is different. Just my opinion. But she didn't do that. And BJ Backyard, let me tell you how I know she's on a maintenance drug. Was the quietness of one of the things that she said yesterday, and she didn't want anyone to hear it. And the lady, the nurse or whatever, came back and says, yes, ma'am. So she was hiding something. I just don't know what it was. But I think she was hiding about the maintenance drug. And again, even if she was on maintenance drugs, who gives a fuck? Nobody cares. Like literally, nobody cares. Except the fact that she's the liar. Because she swore she's not on anything. No prescription at all is what she has said. Yeah, according to Moon, and I'm only going by Moon here, but according to Moon, the other drugs have to be sent out, which still doesn't make no sense to me, because why would it say 14 if they have to be sent out? If they have to be sent out, then you would just check all 14. So that also makes me wonder. Did she do a second drug test to be sent out? Was there only 1 drug test? And if there was only 1 drug test, why didn't you hit 14 then if they're going to do the others anyway? For someone that's on a maintenance medication, there is no way in hell that they did not check for all of the maintenance drugs. That just wouldn't happen. And that's why I'm a little confused on this. But I'm not a drug expert. I am not a clinician, clinic, whatever you say, clinical expert. So, and I don't run drug tests. So that's the one thing that caught my eye with this once somebody pointed it out. Because I feel like if they were going to test for this, for all of them, even if they sent it out, they would have hit 14. And again, if it was only 10, then why not just show the whole form? And again, I find it very odd that she didn't show the whole form to begin with. That's somebody hiding something. She only wants to see a little, either because it's fake or she's full of shit or both. I'm going to go with both on a personal note. That's what I think. So that's that. Let me move on to the next. Well, we can't see the bottom. She didn't send the bottom. So I don't know. Like, that's the only bottom we got. And here's the other thing. Hold on. I just caught this right now. In her audio, and if you guys want, I could play it again. In her audio, she said she got the yellow copy and the white copy. Her words. And the nurse said yes. The white copy says office. So how does she have a copy of it? It says clearly the office gets the white copy. So why did her and the nurse both say, yes, you get the white copy, the yellow copy and the white copy? Think about that. Things that make you go, Oh, you can't see it. I'm sorry. It says right here at the bottom, white copy office. Clear as day. So I don't know. I have no idea. Glow, these are all the lies that just keep adding up. And things that you just like, huh? And if you guys want, I could play that part again. Because I found that really interesting. That it's this one says white copy goes to the office. But Brittany and the nurse yesterday both said that Brittany took the white copy and the yellow copy. Or Brittany gets the white copy. And let's play it again so we know. Bear with me. But the thing is, though, and this is what I talked about yesterday, it doesn't matter if she has white copies, yellow copies, anything. A carbon copy, and I'll say it slow, Valentina, for those in the back. A carbon copy is still a copy of the original. So whatever's on the original is going to be on that carbon copy. So she wouldn't need to ask the nurse if she had her test results if she's looking at the carbon copy of this result. Did I say that slow enough for those in the back? Because sometimes I think those in the back, miss a few things. Which video was it? Was it this one? I don't think this is it.
Famous. You just bring it more
No.
next to her name. You know what I mean?
No, it's a different one.
Just showed and I know.
That's one I think she did a 6-hour live on me. I did have it recorded. What the fuck was it? I guess I didn't. All right, let me just go to a video. Uh, all right.
All out there. I approved him. Here we go. And I'm going to show you again. Here's the number to occupational help. Let me share that with y'all. And it show. And Craig taught me this recording thing, by the way. I used that option. Transcribe the call, and it recorded it. So if you have a Samsung phone, specifically, I have a Samsung Galaxy.
You can do it on any phone. It's built in on ours.
Yeah, you click that icon, and it automatically. That's what I'm saying. I gave it to her. I gave it to her on a silver platter, and guess what she did not do today? She did not call. She did not call.
I'm sorry, Brittany. I actually have a job and a life and a business. So I'm sorry that I can't do it on your terms of when I'm going to call. Just saying.
So then, here we go. Let me play the call for y'all.
They don't understand honest, decent people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't understand that shit.
So I'm gonna hold on, guys.
Because they've never been an honest, decent person a day in their life.
Hold on a second. Let me
just like we don't understand how fucking crooked you are. Why are you trying to take my children from me?
All right, hold on.
Okay. Did you guys hear what Craig said? Why are you trying to take my children from me? Craig, let me let you in on a little secret. Nobody could take your children away except for you and your girlfriend. That's it. Nobody else has the power to take your children away but them, but you guys. So I have nothing to do with your children. I have nothing to do with CPS and your children. So please do not put me in the same category as those people. Doing research and calling a random CPS place has nothing to do with you personally or your children or names or anything. Keep that in mind. Thanks.
Let's hold on, Craig. Don't come on. All right, I'm going to play this real quick. Let me make sure that there's nothing.
This song's called Judas Friends.
All right. Okay.
Like Judas betrayed Jesus.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Here's the audio of me calling. Who sings that?
11:34.
All right. Here we go, y'all. Listen closely.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry to bother you. I just wanted to ask you a couple questions for clarification in regards to your drug screening process.
Okay, so we know that she was not verified before she started asking questions. That we found out.
How do y'all go about that? Like, do you do you send it off to a lab or do you guys do this screening in office?
We do rapid drug screens in office where you get your results instant, but if you want to pay for a send out, you can have your urine sent out to a lab.
Okay, and with the Department of Social Services, they have it sent to a lab, right? Like if you
If
do
that's
a
what they
test.
choose.
Okay, and let me ask you this: if someone does the screening, um, if they have to do it, you guys have a carbon copy that person gets, right? Like,
For the rapids, we do.
okay, right, all right. So
And then for the send outs, there's a 3-part form.
okay, so the reason that I'm calling to ask you this is because I did go do that.
Mhm.
And there's a whole kerfuffle. Like I had people online calling CPS on me, and they reported me on a bunch of false accusations. And I actually was in your office. I think it was like last week. It was on the 9th. I had to come do
Okay.
it on the 9th. And people are saying that
He does that.
Yeah, Gigi, I'm not sure. Maybe you don't care, but I do. And I'm going to go through it until I feel good about it because I have been falsely accused and people have accused me of lying for days. And I find it very what? I find it very ironic that as soon as I put the truth out and I show that I've been honest, everybody that's when the ones that have been calling me a
By the way, this is gaslighting. She hasn't proved anything. She spins questions, she lies, and then she acts like, "Oh yeah, I proved it." And so many idiots fall for it. It's crazy to me, but it's almost like a social experiment at this point. I didn't notice, but it was pointed out.
liar say, I don't care. We don't care about this. I want to move past the drug test and CPS.
It doesn't matter if
Oh,
she's right.
now
It doesn't
you want to
matter if I
move
lie.
past because I'm proving to y'all that you
When did I ever say I want to move past the drug test? That's not what I said, Brittany, at all. What I said was, I don't give a fuck about the drugs anymore, but you keep calling me a liar, and I'm going to prove you that I'm not, and I'm going to prove to everybody that I'm not and that I'm right. So that's a bit different. And Amber, that's a good point. So she made 2 calls to this place?
been
We're gonna find
freaking
something else to talk about next
slandering
week.
and defaming me. So no, I'm not moving
Craig has
past
a
it.
relationship with his cat.
I'm going to
He was
show
all
the
that
truth
this week.
until I feel better about it. I don't appreciate it whatsoever. I don't. And the fact that y'all
Now, in all fairness, let me point this out. I completely understand what she's saying. That, I called her a liar, and there's a lot of us that think she's lying about this. Granted, I'll give her that. But all she had to do was show the yellow carbon copy at her house and said, "Fuck you, Laura. Fuck you, UA. It's right here," and showed it. None of this would even be an issue. I would have had to shut the fuck up instantly. UA would have had to shut the fuck up instantly. There would be nothing that we could have said. But she chose not to do that. She chose to call places and waste a lot of time and energy and money and all this other shit. All of this could have been avoided if she had this yellow paper that she speaks of and just shown it. All the info that's on there is out already. So if it's so real and it's so legit, then why wouldn't you save yourself some stress and get the satisfaction of saying fuck you to me and UA? I'm just curious. Wouldn't that have been the right thing to do, or the smart thing to do? That's what I did with my cancer. I fucking took that paper and shoved it in that bitch's face. Here you go, mystery. Now what? And nothing could be said. It took I did it on Granny's Watchings panel. It literally took 5 minutes. I told Granny, I'll be right back. I'm going to fucking kill this girl. I went, I got my paper, came back to Granny. I said, you can show this. Boom. There it was. So when you're not lying, it's very easy to show proof, and you don't have to go around with, about this and that and this. And you don't have to. You've wasted so many days on this when all you had to do was just show that yellow carbon paper and show that it matched exactly to the one that you sent or that your mod sent. It would have taken 10 seconds. No, she has not shown that yellow copy at all. That's what I'm saying. All of this could have been avoided.
Sat here, like, not one of you can say, I'm sorry. Not one of you. I'm sorry that I called you a liar. I'm sorry that I accused you of faking a drug test. I'm sorry that I called you a drug addict.
Nobody said you faked a drug test, and I will not apologize for calling you a drug addict. Not a drug addict, an active addiction. Big difference.
Or I tried to have your children taken from you because I don't like you.
I absolutely never tried to have your children taken from you because I don't like you. So let's not combine your haters or some of your vile haters or your CPS callers or anything like that. Let's not put that on me, please. Thank you.
No, you won't do that. You're going to justify it to yourself like you always do.
That's not how the process goes. And that basically I have forged the test results, and I'm just making it a point that you guys do carbon copies. You do send it off to Quest, a separate lab, through CPS, right? And I don't think can you tell me my results, or you won't be able to tell me that?
I won't be able to tell them because social services is the one who paid for them.
Okay.
So if you want your send out results, contact your social worker and see if they've been resulted yet.
Okay.
And then if they have, then I'm sure they will be happy to give them to you.
Did you hear what that nurse just said? Did you hear that? Let's play that again. Hey, Laura, I know you're watching. Listen closely to what the nurse just said.
Brittany, this is why you're a fucking moron. I never questioned how the protocol goes, ever. I have said it over and over and over. The lab, you can call the lab. They are not the lab. You can call Quest and request it. They wouldn't be talking about your instant results because you obviously have a copy according to you. So they wouldn't need to provide you with a copy of a result that you already have. She knows that you were referring to the Quest diagnostic results. She cannot give you that because she is not the lab. The only people that can give you that is CPS worker or the lab. Plain and simple. So if you're going to try and make yourself sound good, please be intelligent enough to know what the fuck you're talking about. Thank you.
Nurse, how do I get my lab results again? Let's hear what she just said.
PS, right? And I don't think can you tell me my results, or you won't be able to tell me that?
I won't be able to tell them because social services is the one who paid for them.
Again, she's not the lab. The lab that she has or she does or whatever, you already have that result. You and her are referring to your Quest diagnostic. That's what you're referring to, and that's what she's referring to. She is not the lab. She cannot give it to you. You can contact your CPS worker or the lab for those results. Again, I've never even gone this far, and even I know that. It's called Intelligence 101. Maybe you could buy some.
So
Okay.
if you want your send out results, contact your social worker and see if they've been resulted yet.
Okay.
And then if they have, then I'm sure they will be happy to give them to you.
Is there any way that you can confirm that I wasn't?
If you contact your caseworker, I'm sure she would be happy to give them to you. There you go. There you go. Let's finish it.
Your office on the 9th?
What's your name?
Brittany Jackson.
Yes, ma'am. I have you were seen here.
Okay, and I did a drug screening for send off.
Yes, ma'am. You done a rapid and a send out.
Okay, and so you guys sent that to a lab, which would mean that I had to fill out that document that gave me. I received a yellow carbon copy and I received the 5th copy, which was the white document.
See? She did say it. I received the yellow carbon copy and the 5th page, which is the white one. I thought the white is office only. So how does she have it? Just curious. How does she have it then? Things that make you go,
Is there any way that you can confirm that I wasn't?
If you contact your caseworker, I'm sure she would be happy to give them to you. There you go. There you go. Let's finish it.
Your office on the 9th?
What's your name?
Brittany Jackson.
Yes, ma'am. I have you were seen here.
Okay, and I did a drug screening for send off.
Yes, ma'am. You done a rapid and a send out.
Okay, and so you guys sent that to a lab, which would mean that I had to fill out that document that gave me. I received a yellow carbon copy and I received the 5th copy, which was the white document.
Correct.
Okay. I appreciate you so much. I know this is really ridiculous what I'm having to ask you, but you wouldn't believe the stuff I'm going through. But thank you so much for your time.
No problem. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Have a blessed day.
You
Bye-bye.
too.
So again, she said that she has the white copy and the yellow copy. But on the form, the alleged drug test that she has, it says white copy is the office. How's that possible? How does she have the office copy then? Why would she have the office copy? And it's clear as day. Hold on. Where's Angela's post? All right. It's clear as day that it says white copy office. Think about it. Why would she have a white copy office page? Why would she have that? Oh, I know she will, Yue. But you see what I'm saying? What white... How do you have the office copy? So, there's that. But that's not even what I was, coming in for tonight. I had a much bigger aha moment. So Brittany states over and over and over and over again that she is unfounded. Okay? CPS is dropping the case. CPS, closed the case for her. So it got me thinking. Hey, Rachel, it got me thinking. And I started thinking back. I've had 5 CPS calls that were all unfounded. God knows how many Brad did back in the day. All unfounded. Do you know what I never did? I never had to contact my caseworker again. I never once heard from them again. You get that stupid letter saying, okay, you've been cleared. But Brittany is on a first name basis with hers. She's texting. But I want you guys to hear what she said last night. Let me get it. Whoop. And I'm actually kind of surprised that nobody else caught this. Like her haters, per se. Is this it?
Once again, I'm going to tell.
Okay. So they're like besties. Well, that doesn't happen if you're unfounded. That's for sure. So all her lies about being unfounded is a lie. You don't have a quote unquote case unless you're founded. Just like that document said that I said that it was founded, and all her people were like, no, Eliza from the Jerks came in here and said I was wrong. And everyone kept telling me I was wrong. I was reading it wrong. Lindsay Lee came in here saying how I'm wrong. I wasn't wrong, was I? Nope, I happen to have been right. It was founded. Exactly what it said on that report. How do I know? I'll show you in a minute.
Tell you just like I tell the others. People think they got something over my head, threatening me with CPS because they thought that I was on drugs and I had something to hide.
The only people threatening you with CPS are your CPS callers. That is not me. Do not put other people's shit on me, Brittany. If you want to talk about the shit that I've said, I got no problem with that. But do not put everybody else's shit on me so you can get sympathy.
No, you don't have that over me. You don't have that threat. You don't wield that power. Just like
I'm not looking for power, Brittany. This all started with I wanted to help you. Don't forget that.
you don't wield that power of getting me in trouble legally, you don't wield that power over me over a fabricated document.
Brittany, I know you're not the brightest bulb on the tree, but let me explain it in layman's terms, okay? If, and I say a big if that document was legit, like literally legit, you wouldn't even be saying this right now. Like you really wouldn't. You would say, it's 100% legit. Do what you got to do. Here's the phone number. I don't give a fuck. That's someone that's telling the truth. But you are just spinning this for drama and for sympathy. And the simps in your fucking chat don't even get it.
Either, because I'm not stupid and I would never do that. Everything I have is legit.
Brittany, for someone that wouldn't do that, you have spent days talking about it. When again, from day one, all you had to do is show the fucking paper. That's it. Even if you hid the drugs from it, nobody gave a fuck. Just show that that top half is fucking legit and matched your drug test. That's it. 4 days ago, 5 days ago, whenever it was. That's all you had to do.
100%. And I don't have to do anything but sit here. So go ahead. Please contact her. I hope you do, because I'm going to see her in the next day or two. And I'm going to show that you're a liar.
I'm going to see her in the next day or two. Unfounded reports, you don't need to see a caseworker. Unfounded reports, you're not in text messages with them. They come in, they clear you, they're gone. You don't have a relationship with them. You don't text them. You don't buddy with them. You don't have their phone number. That only happens when a case is founded. That I do know. And in certain states like Florida, you have a guardian ad litem. That's not a lawyer, but you have a guardian ad litem to be the mediator between DSS and the person. But you are on a first name basis with her. You are texting her, which tells me a lot. Absolutely tells me everything I need to know, Brittany. You're a fucking liar. CPS did found it. You were considered negligent, exactly what the fuck I said to begin with. And that's why Craig is screaming about taking the kids away. The sad part is, I don't see that a fucking thing has changed. Just my opinion. But I'm not your CPS worker.
Regarded her giving me my lab results as well. So, and I'm also going to prove to you and everybody else that wants to eat your shit that I do talk to my caseworker, and that was a real text chain between.
And right there again. I do talk to my caseworker. I do text my caseworker. Brittany, if it was unfounded, you wouldn't have a caseworker. That's the part that I think flew over a lot of people's heads. If you weren't found guilty for drugs, if you weren't found guilty for something, if you weren't found negligent or whatever it is, you wouldn't have a caseworker. And you wouldn't have a personal phone number of that caseworker that you talk to. And I don't know why so many people didn't catch that. But it took me a minute. Like, I had to listen to that twice. I was like, wait. She has a caseworker. She's dealing with this person. Like she just said. So yesterday, this was done yesterday. Yesterday was Monday. So she's seeing her caseworker on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, according to her own words. So whoever called CPS, they absolutely found that she was negligent, and she needs a caseworker to be on a first name basis with. She needs a caseworker to have cell phone communication with. She has a caseworker coming into her house every 2 days. But go ahead, tell me how it was unfounded, Brittany.
Between us. I could actually prove it, but even more because Brandy Wine put the number out. She put my caseworker's freaking number out and her name. And I could match that. But you know what? I ain't even going to do that because I don't want people harassing her. I'm going to show it when she comes over.
Oh, I'm going to show it when she comes over. She's coming to your house tomorrow? Did you make sure it was clean? Like, Brittany, you have a founded case. So was the person who called wrong? No. Did they do it to hurt you? No. Because no matter how many people call, if it's unfounded, that's one thing. But if it's founded and you were found guilty of neglect, which is exactly what I said from that form, but I bet one person won't come in here and apologize. Nope, they sure won't. Yeah, Brittany, that's another thing. CPS doesn't have time to make house calls to you every day and be your friend if they weren't working a case to make sure that the kids are safe there. I think you need to redirect your attorney to CPS. I don't think the shit people reviewing you even come close to what you really need an attorney for. Now, that also leads me to my second half. I don't think her attorney is doing anything. I go back to she paid her attorney a couple $100. I believe that she and Craig needed money and quick to fix up the things that they needed in the house for CPS. That's what I think. And until someone can show me otherwise, I'm sticking with it.
For here, but here, for the shits and giggles, let's show the text chain between me and my caseworker, because Laura says that people who have a case with CPS don't talk to their caseworker.
Did you hear that? See if you guys picked that up. Very important words she just said.
Don't talk to their caseworkers. People who have a case with CPS don't talk to their caseworkers.
For those in the back, people who have a case with CPS. Brittany, no. Let me back up to what I meant. People that are unfounded don't speak to the case, to, the person that came to the house. People that don't have a case. Like, people calling all these reports on me or whatever. I never knew who the caseworker was. They come in, they do their thing, and they leave. That's it. You have a case with CPS. You just said it. And yes, if you have a case with them, you're absolutely going to talk to them. Hands down. They're probably going to be your best friend. No questions asked. But that's my whole point, Brittany. Why did you lie and tell everybody it was unfounded and blah? Just tell the fucking truth. And I hope that you make all the changes you need to make for your children. Because I got news for you. I don't remember the exact dates that you did your poor me, I'm crying bit. But I said it back then. I go, she either lost her kids or something. There's no other reason for her to do this. I think that's when you got, this is my own personal feeling. That's when you got your test back. You failed a drug test and you panicked. And they threatened you that if you don't do X, Y, and Z, you're going to lose your kids. So you had to do X, Y, and Z. You needed money. You needed fast money. What is a way to make fast money? Do it with say that, you're going to bring them in a lawsuit and blah, 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 blah. That's what I think happened. But I just don't know why you're running around. It was unfounded and these people are wrong, because you know what happens? I'll tell you what happened with that, Brittany. And this is my own personal angst. People believed you. And then when I went live and said, no, this is founded. Like, they found her, trying to show that the paperwork was not fake and that Brandy didn't lie about anything and I didn't lie about anything. But because you told everybody that I was lying and that this was unfounded and they left your house and blah, 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 and you started spinning everything, then people like Lindsay Lee and Jonesin and Eliza, and not the troll Eliza from the Jerks, and all these people came at me like I'm a fucking idiot, like I don't know what I'm talking about, and they were right and I was wrong and that's not how the paper read and blah. So I just let it go. Whatever. Think whatever you want. I know what the fuck I'm looking at, but I know I'm always wrong and you guys are always right because the opinionated community is just always right. Meanwhile, they've never gotten a fucking thing right. But moving on, I don't want to get sidetracked here. But moving on, I told them, no, Brandy's right. This is founded. This means that, and they all argued with me, and I haven't seen them since, and I'm okay with it, but I would take an apology. So, but I know, Lindsay, I know you'll never give one. But Brittany has just proven she has a founded case open with CPS. So I don't know why you got to lie about it. And then you spin things, and then you try to lie more, and then you throw this, lie out again, and how I'm a liar, and then you get other people saying what a liar I am when I was telling the truth the whole fucking time. It's you that's lying. So, again, I know you're younger than me, but there was something called trickle-down economics, and that's what you're doing. You're not with economics, but you're trickling down lies. So people that believe in you are now lying for you and making other people who are telling the truth look like a fucking liar. And then you wonder why people are getting fucking pissed at you. This is why you drive Granny insane. From what I understand, this is why you drove Clue insane. And I can't speak for anyone else because I haven't heard anyone else. But for those two, that's what it seems like. And now you're trying to do it to me. You have so many people convinced in your fucking lies that they're trickling down your fucking lies, and you're sitting back saying nothing. Every single person that is stuck up for you believes that you have unfounded reports. Every single person that sticks up for you on a daily basis believes that CPS is harassing you, and how dare they? No, Brittany, you were found negligent. You have a founded case. So, no, Brittany, nobody is harassing you. CPS is trying to save your kids and trying to fucking save yourself. And it makes me so sad that you want to spin this around and bring other people involved in your nonsense when the truth is it's a fucking founded case. That is disgusting. Who's more important to you? Your look on YouTube or your fucking children? Which is more important? Why doesn't your boyfriend go get a motherfucking job like normal people? And it's funny, I heard you say that your caseworker said I should get a job. Bitch, you couldn't work as hard as I do. That's first of all. Second of all, why don't you be directing that to your clients like Craig? Brittany, if anybody should go get a job, it's the thing in your house that you call your man. No, men work. Men actually don't not work so they can collect Medicaid and children's benefits. They actually go support their motherfucking family. Even if he's a loser, he should still be out there supporting his motherfucking family. Again, none of my business, but while I'm on a fucking rant, I'm putting it out there. Absolutely crazy that she would say that while her and her fucking loser ass man sit there collecting money off the state, collecting funds off the state. You know they don't know about YouTube. She's lucky Jim Terry's not around. He would fucking take it from her in a heartbeat. And she's lucky that she has people that like her, because her haters aren't that fucking bad. Let me tell you. I had my haters call every motherfucking agency there was. Try to ruin my business, contacts. Her haters aren't doing fucking any of that. So I don't want to hear this poor me bullshit with you. It is ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. She honestly, she doesn't know how good she actually fucking has it. Big deal. People talk about her, make videos about her. You want to talk about real life motherfuckers? Yeah, you don't even know, Brittany. Contacting my business contact, you name it. So please. But my point is, nobody's fucking harassing you. You have a legit founded report. Maybe once you own that and once you realize that, it's like, why not? Your supporters, and I'm not preaching anybody, but your supporters would probably support you 4 times as much if you were just fucking honest with them. Guys, it was founded. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. Please help me save my kids. We need this, and this. I fucking guarantee you would have raised that money hella faster. You would have. Because nobody ever wants to see anybody lose their kids. Nobody. Unless you're like beating the fuck out of them or something. But nobody would want to see you lose your kids. Your supporters. Your haters, I don't even think your haters would want to see you lose your kids. I don't think Granny wants to. I don't think Granny would want to see you lose your kids. And I'm just saying that because, I know in the past. Angela doesn't want to see you lose your kid. Nobody wants to see you lose your kids. But you have a founded report. They found something. That's not harassment. It's like, I'll give you a good example, Brittany. If I rob a bank and I rob another bank and I keep getting away with robbing banks and then I get caught stealing a piece of candy and they put me away, am I going to sit there and bitch that I just got caught stealing a piece of fucking candy and went to jail for it? Or am I going to sit back and be like, damn, I got away with it so many motherfucking times and I never got caught? Then I had to fucking walk into 7-Eleven and steal a piece of candy. What a dumbass I am. That's how a mature, normal mind would think. That's it. But not you. You're that person that's sitting in jail crying, I can't believe they put me in jail for a piece of candy and blah, blah, blah. When really, they just didn't know about all your bank robberies. But karma would have it, own up to the fact that you should have been in jail, let's say 2 years ago. And I hope that you're intelligent enough to understand my analogy. Because honestly, you are that person that would cry for hours being in jail for stealing a piece of candy and not your previous, account of robbing banks. And no, Brittany never robbed a bank. It's just an example. But you guys know what I'm talking about. So it's just own it. Just say, hey, you know what? It was founded and I need help. Craig doesn't work. Craig's a loser and I need help. I'm not making what I used to make. We got bills to pay and now CPS wants us to redo the kitchen and we got to do the floors and we got getting rid of the bugs and I'm overwhelmed and I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. You would have 10 times more support. And I don't know. It's a lot of Euro haters, the creators are fucking losers. So I don't know what they would do. But I would imagine some of them at least would have a heart and would lay the fuck off of you. And maybe go back to you after you get your kids back. Maybe something like that, But knowing that you don't live with your other 3, you say that they weren't, taken away. Okay, so did you give them up? I mean, I don't want that answer. But I'm just saying, those are your only 2 choices. You either gave them away or CPS took them. Either way, you only have 2 left. Nobody wants to see you lose them. So just keep that in mind. Maybe come clean with everybody because slowly but surely you give yourself away. Slowly but surely you tell on yourself all the time. like you just did with this case. So that's my advice to you. You could take it or leave it. You could tell me to go fuck myself. You probably will tell me to go fuck myself, but you know what? That's okay, because I've given you the most solid advice you've ever gotten on this fucking platform. That I guarantee. So there's that. But you guys know what I'm saying? I mean, am I wrong? No. There anyone else is not saying it, Brittany or Craig? No, they shouldn't go to jail. But that was an example that I thought of. I thought it was a good example. All right, let's finish this.
And they don't have their caseworkers' numbers. Well, Laura, you're wrong. You're so wrong. So here is where I reached out to, because I did call occupational health and ask for my lab results, because I thought that's where you got them from. And they made me aware that the results go straight to my caseworker and that I would have to reach out to her for the results. So let me show you guys, right? Here's where I reached out last Tuesday at 3:22 p.m. Hey, Miss Blank. I said, this is Brittany Jackson. I spoke with occupational health and they informed me that the drug screening results come straight to you guys. Is there any way that you could email a copy of my results or I can access them somehow? Now notice I opened the door for her to say that, I could get.
Now, question 2 on this. I don't have a Galaxy, so I don't know. But why is the print so big and the time is so small? I don't know that either. Maybe this is how a Galaxy looks, but even like on an iPhone, if you make the font bigger, everything is bigger. It's not just one little part of it. Like if you make your text font bigger, then everything in the text is going to be bigger. I haven't had a Galaxy phone. I used to have a Samsung Note. I had like all the notes Monday through Saturday. I mean, Monday through Saturday. Note 1 all the way to Note 10. And then I switched to iPhone. But this is way too big for that. Unless Samsung makes it different. I don't know. But you see what I'm saying? Why would this be so small and the text is so big? Do they separate text and this part? I mean, they could. They never used to. Because if you make your font bigger, then everything is bigger. The time can't be selected above the message. Well, that's the phone number. And then that's the date with the time in the middle. But again, I don't know what a Galaxy looks like. And I don't know what version she has. Not that it matters, but. And it is a portal, I know. I said the same thing about a portal. Yeah, you can adjust the text size, but doesn't that adjust the time too, or the day? Like on an iPhone, if you make it bigger, the date and time doesn't change. Okay. See, on iPhone it does. But thank you, Amethyst, for letting me know, because I didn't know. So you can make the text bigger and this stays small. Okay.
Get them from the lab. She doesn't say that. Because I said, is there a way I can access them somehow? Right? She goes on to say, hold on. Give me 1 minute. Bear with me. I will not be able to send. She responds to me 2 hours later at 5 o'clock. She says, I will not be able to send that via email. If you'd like a picture of it next time I see you, we can do that. We are in training this week, so I will not be in the office.
And as odd as I thought this was, I realized why. Because she has a founded case. That's why. Things may be totally different with a founded case and an unfounded case. Unfounded case, they're not fucking with you again. You're done. Okay, whatever. And they send you a report. She has an active founded case. So that might be why the CPS worker says no. That I can't send it to you because she has an active case and probably failed a drug test. Just my opinion. Carly, on unfounded cases, I would 100% agree with you. I don't know how it works I've never had a founded case, so I don't know how it works with founded cases. It might be totally different.
She's let me know I can't come up there the last week because she's training in the field. So I will see her this week. I said, okay, that is fine. That will work. Thank you. Now, Laura says that's a.
I also know she has her drug report already. They wouldn't leave it to her hanging. They wouldn't be like, well, you're never going to see it. She knows she has a positive drug test because you wouldn't need to take a picture of a negative one. You wouldn't need a copy of a negative one. A negative one is a negative one. It doesn't fucking matter. It's negative. But she doesn't have a negative one. That's why her caseworker for a founded report can't give it to her because she's in the middle of an active case. And maybe they only supply one of them or whatever the reason. But it took me a while to figure out why the caseworker would say that. So this was yesterday. She saw or spoke to the caseworker today. She's seeing her again on Friday. I'm almost starting to feel bad for her.
Line, that's not a phone. That is not a real text conversation that I had with my caseworker.
Maybe you should invite her over for dinner because you seem to be pretty close with your caseworker. But again, let me reiterate, just so everyone knows what I was talking about before. When I say caseworker, I just mean someone that comes to your house, says, sees everything, looks at everything was fine, they move on their merry way. Like when I say caseworker, I just mean unfounded reports. Because you wouldn't have their phone number. You never want to fucking see them or talk to them again. So it's just bye. Have a good day. That's what I was talking about, Brittany. I did not realize until late last night that you have a caseworker that you're on a close basis with because you have a founded report. That's why you have a case, and that's why you have a caseworker. So I will apologize for that because I was thinking that I was going on everything you said, that it was unfounded. So once I realized and heard it out of your own mouth that it was a founded report, now it all made sense. So I apologize for that. And I know I'll never get an apology from all the people that told me I was wrong and I was reading that report wrong. No, I was reading that report right. Thank you. Absolutely read that very right. But keep up your gaslighting, Brittany. But I do. I kind of feel bad for her. Friday, literally a month from now. Oh, no. I think it sounds to me like this girl sees her every few days. So they were found negligent, whatever that paper was. I forgot what the paper was. You know what's so funny too? I find this hysterical. Every time I prove something that I was right about, Britney's followers, why don't you find something else to do? I find that hysterical. They don't have a problem when they think I'm lying. Oh, she's gone, Kelly. They don't have a problem when they think I'm lying. But as soon as I prove my case, all of a sudden it's, oh, why don't you get out of here? Oh, this, oh, that. Bitch, sit the fuck down. So, Brittany, you may be a narcissist and you may be a manipulative grifter, griffney, whatever the fuck people want to call you. But there's one thing, in my humble opinion, that puts me above a lot of these other people. I don't take shit for face value. I look into stuff and I connect the dots. And if those dots do not connect, I'm going to figure out why. And I'm going to make sure that when I have a story, those dots are going to connect. And it's going to be crystal clear. So slowly but surely, your dots are connecting. If you think that I'm going back and forth with you on this petty fucking bullshit, you got another thing coming. That ain't happening. I got way too busy and have too much of a life to worry about petty little bullshit. But I am going to point out the things I see and go through them with a fine-tooth comb and make sure that when I come live, I have my ducks in a row, just like I did tonight. So I don't watch you at all anymore because all you're doing is talking about me and all that's going to do is piss me off. So you should take a lesson from ignoring because it's very easy. It's really not that hard. Just don't watch it. Kathy, I have no idea. She wouldn't answer that. I had said that a while ago. She wouldn't answer that. Crystal clear is a trigger word for some. The fact that money was mentioned, the scene, oh, that is hysterical. Honestly, Aqua Baby, that was the funniest thing I ever saw. You'll have to give me monetary value. Bitch, sit down. Clue ain't fucking, I would take you to court before I fucking paid you a dime. And Burnt Toast said that I'm next on the hit list. Burnt Toast said it last night. She's like, Clue got one, and Granny got one, and allegedly, well, Kathy, what I think it was, I think that was her drug test. That's what I think that was. She got her drug test back. She don't need the fucking CPS worker. She got her drug test. Yeah, Burnt Toast said, me and Elevated Truth are on her next hit list. That it was 5 of them originally, and then Elevated Truth and Laura are both should be expecting one. I said, please. I wish she would send me one. In my opinion, she definitely failed it. I agree. She's not paying for shit. She did those $50, probably $50 for the, forensic chain of custody form is what it is, which means that's her drug test, which is what I said from the beginning. And let me pull it up. Forensic, what did you say it was? It doesn't say chain of custody. It says forensic drug testing, custody, and could say chain of command. But either way, this is her drug test. Right here. That is her actual drug test, in my humble opinion. No, they do not automatically take the kids. She won't show it, Delilah. She won't. Now, also remember, I said this last night. I'll say it again. Remember, she said about this one and Natalie from California. Listen up, girl, because we were fighting about this in my comments section. Brittany's own words were that she did not write this. Brittany stated loud and clear that the only thing she wrote was her name and her signature and the date. Those were Brittany's own words. When I was live with this, she went on and on about it. I didn't fill anything out. That's not the same handwriting. And we were like, me and UA were up here like, yeah, it is. That is absolutely the same fucking handwriting. The same eyes, the same. We went through it with a fine-tooth comb. Brittany kept saying, it's not. I did not write that. That is my caseworker. Blah, 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 blah. Where is it? That's my caseworker. I did not write that. Okay. So then if you listen to the recorded call, Brittany states clearly, you handed me that paper and I had to fill out that paper. Well, that would be this that you filled out. The paper that you filled out would be this, the yellow copy. And again, I can replay that part because she says it, she says it loud and clear that she filled out the paperwork. Well, who filled this out then? Because you told the girl that you filled out the paperwork. But you told us that you didn't do that. You told us that you only signed your name. I know, but that just looks like it was put in the wrong spot. But you filled out your name and you signed it and the date. We don't even see a date on here. So tell me how you did that again. Tell me how you tell the nurse that there was all this paperwork you had to fill out. And then to us, you said all you wrote was your name and your signature. Your words. Not adding anything, not removing anything. Your words. I do believe you filled this out. I also don't believe that this person and this person are two different people. Nope, sorry. And I still think this is two different pieces of paper put together. Just my opinion. Can't prove it, but just my opinion. I think this half is on top of something else. I really, truly do. But there's no way I'll ever be able to prove it. Could be a copy of an old test, but it's definitely different print. This gray on these three, and I said this the other day, but this gray, and this gray all match. If you look at over here, they all match. The bold matches, the letters match, everything matches. And then you come down a little further, and all this matches. And that's where the matching ends. Once you get here, it's in bold, but even the bold looks a little different. This pen is different. And then this gray is different. These are much lighter than this. Why would there be different gray on the same paper? And then it's much darker down here too than it is up here. It's all consistent, very consistent, all the same colors. Come down here, it's totally different. Same paper allegedly. So I'm not buying it. But then again, you know what? Come to think of it, I could be wrong. It could be the lighting from the keyboard. She's got a light up keyboard. That could be why this is lighter. Could be. Because the thing is, I don't see any lines to make it 2 different pages, but there's just so many things that make me think it is. But it actually could be the lighting. And that's why it's so much darker down here. So I'll give her the benefit of the doubt on that. But I'm just not buying this is a proper test. And I'm definitely not buying these are different signatures. Yeah, there's nothing about the donor, no photo ID. So going back to her call, like I said yesterday, for those in the back that are fucking morons, let me reiterate again. Lean in. Back row, lean all the way the fuck in. Brittany made it sound like on the phone that I never thought she got a test. Of course I knew she had a fucking test. Nothing that she asked this worker matched what we were talking about. So she made it out like they don't believe I took a test. They don't believe that, that there's a carbon copy. None of that happened. What I said was, I don't believe this right here. This paper is legit. That's all I said. And again, you could have proved it in the last 4 days. All you had to do was show the yellow carbon copy that matched this. That's it. Not a yellow carbon copy and a white copy or whatever of the actual drug test that you took. We don't want to see that. I wanted to see a yellow carbon copy that matched this, that the handwriting was the same. And that's when I said, I bet you will never produce it. You'll take a picture of it, that you'll do, of, a half picture without a date on it, but your actual one, you wouldn't show. Why? Because that one's probably legit. That one absolutely is the drug test that you took on the 9th that got sent out to the lab and you got, the yellow carbon copy, but this ain't it. That's my point. This is not the yellow carbon copy that you got. But you want to, play victim and make me out to be a liar and all this other stuff, slowly but surely, even if it doesn't happen overnight, because, again, I'm a little busy, but even if it doesn't happen overnight, I told you, Brittany, I'm not the one to fuck with because I'm not dumb. And I'm not going to lose my integrity or my reputation. Not that my reputation around here is anything, but my own personal reputation, because I know I'm not a liar. I can't help it if people are fucking idiots and twist shit into things that I never even said or, make something out to be that's not. Or, they think it's a lie if I change my mind. I can't help stupid. But I know me. And 2 things that really hold weight with me is integrity and fucking loyalty. And sorry, but if you're going to impede on those 2 things in my personal space and my head, I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to retaliate. I'm just going to prove my case. And that's what I'm doing. Again, it may not happen overnight, but slowly but surely, I am proving my case. And for those of you that say how I turned on Brittany, I never turned on Brittany. Please understand that. Never once turned on Brittany. I blindly stuck up for her. Blindly. I didn't know what was happening. I thought she was being bullied. I thought all these people were coming after her. I did not know. When I saw it for myself, lots of things changed. And as I said to Patreons earlier, you will never, ever see me sit with these fucking losers. You will never see me go through every single live Brittany talks about and her dirty hands, and what a fucking waste of time. Sorry, Brittany, I got way better things to do than worry about your dirty hands. But don't underestimate people, Brittany, because you don't know who anyone is. And honestly, I think you have it pretty easy that the worst thing they're coming after you for is dirty hands, or it's petty bullshit. They're not even coming after you with anything substantial like this test or things that matter, like you lying about, doubling down 10 times over about having a caseworker for an unfounded report. That kind of shit I catch. And that's why I like true crime, because I look for things. So you're dealing with people that just don't do that and care about your dirty hands more than anything. Well, that's on them. So I haven't yet from BJ proving me. No, she hasn't proved either one of us wrong yet. But a lot of people think they have. A lot of people, you should read the comment sections. Now, other people think that, I know Barb posted a video today thinking that it was Reality Bites. I agree, Yue, that it was Reality Bites for the nurse call. I don't. I do think it was a real nurse, but I think that was Brittany's second call. I think Brittany prepped them ahead of time and then hit record. That's what I think. Because Brittany said she only recorded a couple of minutes of it. And it would explain why that woman sounded really kind of aggravated. Like, let's just get this over with. So I do think it was real. But I think Brittany played it off. I think Brittany made it sound like it was the first, interaction. But I do think she prepped the woman ahead of time. Either that or she called back or something. But again, that's just my opinion. I did cover for her, Tony. I literally lost subscribers over it. No joke. How could you stick up for her? And I was like, because I feel bad. I've been there. I know what it's like. And then I saw it for myself, and I was like, whoa. Whoa. And guys, I want you to know soon, I'm going to be talking softer because I'm finally sucking up and getting hearing aids. Because I don't want to admit that I'm old. But I read this thing. By the way, I don't know if you guys know this. It's good to take notice. There is a strong connection between loss of hearing and Alzheimer's. Being that my dad died of Alzheimer's, my mom's like, you better get your fucking hearing aids. I don't care if I have to pay for it. So, because they're expensive. But I decided I was going to order them. And I don't want to get Alzheimer's. So I'm sure my voice is going to change. Like, I'm going to be talking a lot softer when I could actually hear myself. But yeah, I told her, I said, well, let me just order some cheaper ones on Amazon and just see how it works. Because the hearing place wanted like $6,000. I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind? I'm not paying $6,000. But they're cool though. Now they have ones that are like headsets. Like they have Bluetooth and they work with iPhones, and so we're gonna try it. And if they're good and they work and it's good, then I'll just bump them up. Then I'll eventually get better ones. But so yes, I'm gonna be talking softer once I can hear. My kids will be happy. So that's about all I got for you guys tonight. Any questions? They are very expensive, but you can buy them cheaper. Like my mom's boyfriend said that. He said that you can get non-prescription ones that are much cheaper. And then I was in Walgreens today picking up something for Dayton, and they have them like they're called B2s or something, and they were like $800, but they got less stars than some cheaper ones on Amazon. Amazon's got ones for like that got 5 stars for like $130. I was like, well, that's cool. And they're Bluetooth, and you can get clips to make them fit around the ear, because I hate, like, that's why I don't wear AirPods, because they go like in your ear. I got weird ears or something because it never holds. My kids, they hold perfectly. Me, no. I got like fucked up ears. So I need ones that like connect over the ear. But yeah. So I'll be able to hear again. Bye, Tony. Thank you for sticking it out. And thank you, mods, for being here. You guys were great. I know I was going up against a lot of people today. So I didn't even expect this many people. A lot of people watch me on the rebound. On the replay. See, Delilah, I felt the same way, and it makes you feel old. And I feel like, well, I just need my ears clean. That's all it is. If you get them clean, they'll be better. But I've had hearing loss for years from speakers, from being in the music business and being too close to speakers. And I was like, oh, I don't need hearing aids. I don't need hearing aids. And then very recently, I heard there's a very strong connection with loss of hearing and Alzheimer's. That scared the fuck out of me. I was like, no. So that's when I said I got to get hearing aids. Pronto. So, because I can like hear generally, but I do say what a lot. I'm like, what'd you say? And that annoys the fuck out of people. So, but I'm kind of excited. I mean, fuck, everything else on me is falling apart. So fuck it. Who cares if I have hearing aids? But they do. They look just like headphones. So, I don't know if she's going to show Craig's test. I have no idea. And Holly, Holly, if you're still in here, your candle is going out on Thursday. It had a cure. That's why it's taking a little longer. And everyone else, orders are going out tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, and then I'm caught up. So you guys got to order more stuff. Yeah, I didn't get hearing aids for years because of that. I was like, I can hear. But as I get older, it's getting worse and worse, and I'm loud. Like when I watch me on replay, I'm like, God damn, I'm loud. So, good audiologist and hearing test. Yeah, I did get a hearing test. They try to put me in $5,000 or it's $7,000. It was some exorbitant price. So I'm like, yeah, no. He's like, you could pay it off. We could have you leave today. I'm like, no, that's okay. Thank you. I'm already in enough debt. Sleep good, Tony. All right, so I'm going to get off I'm going to go find a movie or something. I hope tonight was educational. And I'm glad I did it because I wasn't going to go live because of the headache. I'm like, you know what? If I wait too long, it's going to be done. So I'm glad I went live, though. And the Rolls Royce, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I never even looked into them. And he was like, I was like, well, how much are they? Expecting him to tell me it was like $500. He's like, I think he said $7,500, and then they have another one for $5,500. I'm like, yeah, no. Now I know why I never had hearing aids before. Because and insurance doesn't cover them. And I was told that's very normal. Like, Medicare covers it, but I'm not old enough. So you have to pay out of pocket. I was like, how does Blue Cross Blue Shield not cover hearing aids? Nope. It's an accessory. Or whatever they call it. They won't cover it. I mean, certain plans might, but mine doesn't. So, all right. And I'm sure wearing headphones all the time don't help either. Yeah, I sent you some extra goodies in your box, Rock Gem, which I think you're going to like them. Because it shouldn't have taken a week, but I'll be honest, I had to wait for oil. I was out of certain oils. I was like, fuck. So I had to wait. I'm still waiting on Jenny ordered, she wanted big white vessels. I still haven't fucking gotten them. I'm like freaking out. Why haven't I gotten them yet? So, but all right. I will see you beautiful people tomorrow. We can have insurance shop. I know, right? All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let me know if anything good happens. Like I said, I've been off the tubes because I don't want to hear shit about me. Because then I want to respond, and that's how you get into drama. So it's better off I just keep my mouth shut and keep my nose out of YouTube. Only say what I got to say. It definitely keeps me out of trouble. So, all right. But I will see you beautiful people tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Peace, love, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. And be good to each other. And again, let me know if there's any good dirt on the streets.